I'm telling you, dude, it's the same Leprechaun in parts 4 through 6, which technically makes them an independent trilogy.
You're out of your mind. There's no reason at all to think that. So I guess this meeting of the minds means you two are too busy to answer the phone. Sorry, Mr. Dante.
Yeah.
Mancave video? Oh, yeah, the Leprechaun movies with Warwick Davis. Yeah, we have them all. Hold on, I'll ask. Hey, Magnus, this guy wants to know which of the Leprechaun movies to rent for a St. Patrick's Day marathon.
Well, there are a lot of factors to consider when rating which movies are the best.
Wait, this isn't gonna be a movie review video, is it?
It is now.
See what you just got me into?
For our number 6 spot, we have Leprechaun 4 in Space. By far the worst of the series. This movie takes the premise of Leprechaun 2, where the leprechaun is looking to get married. In this one, his fiancée is an intergalactic space babe who also happens to be a princess on her planet. The leprechaun plans on marrying her so he can become a king and get the respect that he has been missing all his life. The movie has a crazy plot where commandos go into space to stop the leprechaun who is interrupting an intergalactic mining operation. However, a mad scientist steals the leprechaun's fiancée because of the regenerative properties in her blood.
Personally, I really like the space theme. It proves my point that eventually all horror franchises go to space. Also, there's this really awesome scene where the space babe gets topless.
What was that?
Nothing. Never mind, sorry.
Trust me, kid. The space babe was nothing to write home about. The fact that this movie completely deviates from the standard story of a leprechaun obsessed with gold, it proves that this garbage movie was originally written without the leprechaun in mind. Agreed. You can tell this film was supposed to be a B sci-fi movie, but someone at the studio was like, wait a minute, let's have the leprechaun do this. I mean, if it weren't trying to tie itself in with the other Leprechaun movies, it would be a fun late-night B-horror sci-fi film. But as a part of the film series, it falls flat.
On that, I would agree. Def not adding to the list this St. Patrick's Day.
At number 5, I would put Leprechaun 6, Back to the Hood. Now, this is the Leprechaun's second trip to the Hood. This ranks low on the list because the story is a basic rehash. People find Leprechaun's gold, Leprechaun tracks them down and tries to kill them. Rehashing the same basic premise as the first movie, just this time, happens to be Back to the Hood. All kills in this movie are the same. The Leprechaun pretty much punches a hole real hard in their stomach, and that's how he kills everyone.
Well, I still like the movie. You know, it's the only movie in the entire Leprechaun series that actually attempts to give the Leprechaun a backstory. Oh, please, this has to be the most boring of the series. There's a brief scene with the witch that the main character reached out to for help with the Leprechaun. That would have been an interesting foil. However, the Leprechaun is too powerful for her and almost immediately kills her, rendering the one interesting plot point to this trash completely pointless.
Yeah, it's okay to miss this one as well if you're in a time crunch on this St. Patrick's Day.
At number 4, I would recommend Leprechaun in the Hood. This one is definitely on the list for the marathons. It makes a callback to the elements of the third movie while adding new ideas. Also in full Dolomite fashion, the Leprechaun has a small crew doing his bidding to help him track down his stolen treasure. The Zombie Fly Girls. Definitely my favorite part.
Is that so, huh?
No, I'm sorry. I was just joking.
You're dead when you get home.
The movie also revives a foil for the leprechaun that was all but forgotten about in the third movie, an amulet that traps the leprechaun by turning him into stone. The base story is about a record producer who steals a magic flute from the leprechaun. The flute entrances anyone who listens to music played on it, and the record producer steals the flute to ensure people who perform on his label are instant stars. But when a group of up-and-coming rappers break in and steal the flute from the producer, they unwittingly let loose the leprechaun, and all hell breaks loose.
I definitely love this film and watch it every year. However, compared to the other ones, there is almost no horror element. While there are some scary shots, this movie is completely played for laughs. I'll just say 2 things about it. There's no nudity, and the second lamest kills in the series. Next! Finally, we're at the top 3 must-watch Leprechaun movies. At number 3, we have a movie that makes it into Magnus' My Marathon every year. Just for the lead girl previously mentioned on our show, Siobhan Durkin.
You better hope Siobhan Durkin has a couch you can sleep on.
Babe, she's not the only reason I watched this one. Though she is a big part.
Damn straight. This is the first movie where the main plot is the leprechaun attempting to get a bride on his 2000th birthday. A boy and his uncle, who run a small-time horror tour in Hollywood, come across the leprechaun as he is stealing the boy's girlfriend for himself. Now, as the leprechaun leaves with Siobhan Durkin, he accidentally leaves behind a gold coin which the boyfriend holds on to. Eventually, the leprechaun goes out to locate the coin and the showdown begins. Now, this would be our top movie on the list, but Mr. Dante says we have to stop recommending movies based on if the women get naked or not.
Well, forgive me for avoiding a sexual harassment lawsuit. However, overall, this is a good movie. Some creative kills, however, a low body count. Depending on my mood, I sometimes replace this one with Into the Hood. For the number 2 spot, we have Leprechaun 3 in Vegas. 'Cause why not? This movie is played mostly for laughs, but not as much as In the Hood.
Yeah, the basic premise is the same. Boy in a Vegas pawn shop removes the magic amulet that is keeping the leprechaun in stone form. The boy steals a gold coin and uses it to wish for a winning streak at the casino across the street. The coin then gets passed from one character in the casino to another, who each then gets a wish from the magic coin. However, the leprechaun goes through everyone who makes a wish and kills each of them in the most creative ways in the entire film series. Def a must-watch for the death scenes alone. You know, in that aspect, it may be the best in the entire series.
Overall, this is the most fun movie of the series. Even I have to appreciate a movie with an exploding butt scene. Yeah, exploding butts for the win.
And on that note, let's get to our number 1, The First Leprechaun. This is a true horror comedy. The fun parts are cute, but the horror? Well, the horror is apparent. This movie may not have as many creative kills as Part 3, however, it is the darkest and most sinister of the series. While there are laughs, the leprechaun is played as more of an evil figure, and certain scenes in this one are definitely nightmare-worthy.
For sure. This movie is just Leprechaun meat and potatoes. Leprechaun wants his gold and goes on a killing spree to get it back. The movie would be over quick if they would just give the gold back, but Francis Buxton from Pee-wee's Big Adventure accidentally swallows one, and the leprechaun apparently isn't willing to wait to get it back. Wait, are you guys just gonna gloss over the best part of the movie? This flick stars a young Jennifer Aniston. Pre-nose job, I might add. Just adding to the list of big actors that got their start in horror.
Alright guys, what are our final thoughts on this series?
While I'm not exactly thrilled on the reputation the series gives to short-statured green men, they're still a must-watch every St. Patrick's Day. While I'm not exactly thrilled about you guys watching movies on company time, I am excited for the start of the marathon for St. Patrick's Day.
Well, what one do you want to start with?
Let the kid pick. Well, that's easy. Leprechaun 2 is Siobhan Durkin.
I got your Siobhan Durkin right here.